Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's divorce is one thing that has been heard all over the world. Along with their multiple legal battles and lawsuits, the Hollywood A-listers have been heavy topics of conversation. But it's not only the fans who have shared their opinions and support. Because as soon as Amber's shocking allegations came to light, many celebrities were brave enough to take Johnny Depp's side. Here are all the Hollywood celebrities who spoke up about Amber Heard's lies. But before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button and turn on your post notifications to never miss out on major Hollywood news. Now, let's jump into the video. One of the very first few celebrities who defended Johnny Depp was none other than his ex-partner, Vanessa Paradis. In 2018, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor faced major backlash when Amber Heard released an op-ed to the Washington Post. In her open letter, Heard claimed her ex-husband Johnny Depp was abusive. The letter read, "I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out." Soon after the shocking op-ed made its way online and on international headlines, many began suspecting Depp was in fact guilty of those claims. Things took a turn for the worse when the British publication The Sun called Johnny Depp a wife batter. In their exposed article, the Pirates of the Caribbean quickly retaliated and sued the publication for defamation of character. This 2018 lawsuit became so momentous. The Hollywood stars later had to face a 3-week libel trial in the summer of 2020, and that's when Depp's ex-partners chimed in to set the record straight. From 1992 to 2012, Johnny Depp was in a relationship with the French actress and model Vanessa Paradis. The stars share their 2 children, Lily Rose Depp and Johnny Christopher Depp III. In 2020, Vanessa defended her ex-partner in the ongoing libel case. While the model didn't physically appear in court, she did release a statement to the court which read, "I have known Johnny for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 years and we raised our 2 children together. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. On movie sets, the actors, directors, and entire crews adore him because he is humble and respectful to everyone, as well as being one of the best actors we've seen. I'm aware of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now. This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say he was never violent or abusive to me. I have seen that these outrageous statements have been really distressing and also caused damage to his career because unfortunately people have gone on believing these false facts. This is so upsetting as he has helped so many persons in his personal and professional life with kindness and generosity." But it wasn't only Vanessa Paradis who was quick to defend her ex-partner Johnny Depp. Alongside Paradis, fellow actress Winona Ryder was called as a witness in the libel case. Ryder and Depp had a 4-year relationship that lasted from 1989 to 1993. The stars, who starred in 3 movies together, were one of the most iconic couples in the late 1990s. Depp even had Winona's name tattooed on his arm. And so, with so much history and backstory, here's what the Hollywood actress had to say about the father of 2. "I knew Johnny very well years ago. We were together as a couple for 4 years, and I counted him as my best friend, and as close to me as family. I count our relationship as one of the more significant relationships of my life. I understand that it is very important that I speak from my own experience, as I obviously was not there during his marriage to Amber. But from my experience, which was so wildly different, I was absolutely shocked, confused, and upset when I heard the accusations against him. The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations. He was never violent towards me. He was never abusive at all towards me. He has never been violent or abusive towards anybody I have seen. I truly and honestly only know him as a really good man, an incredibly loving, extremely caring guy who was very protective of me and the people that he loves. And I felt so very safe with him. I do not want to call anyone a liar, but from my experience of Johnny, it is impossible to believe that such horrific allegations are true. I find it extremely upsetting knowing him as I do." Up next, let's see what Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean co-star had to say about Amber Heard's shocking allegations. In 2020, Oscar-winning actress Penelope Cruz handed her own written disposition in which she defended Depp. The declaration obtained by the blast states, "I met Johnny when I was 19 years old. He was in Madrid, and Pedro Almodovar introduced him to me. The only sentences I knew how to say in English at that time were, 'How are you?' and 'I want to work with Johnny Depp.' Many years have passed and I've not only made 3 movies with him, but I also count on him as a great friend. I've always been impressed by his kindness, his brilliant mind, his talent, and his peculiar sense of humor. I've seen Johnny in so many situations and he is always kind to everyone around him. He is one of the most generous people I know. During 6 months of my first pregnancy, I spent every single day with him while we shot Pirates of the Caribbean. My husband and I will never forget the sweetness, protection, and kindness he treated me with during every single step of that process. We love him very much, and I feel lucky to have someone so special in our lives. Speaking of Penelope Cruz, the actress's husband, Javier Bardem, also shared a written statement to the court. And just like his ex-wife, actor Bardem had nothing but the best to say about Johnny Depp. But in the process of defending the Pirates actor, Bardem made sure to call out Amber Heard and her manipulative behavior in the process. The statement reads, "I love Johnny. He has always been a true gentleman and an extremely generous and caring friend to my family and myself. On top of that, I've had the gift of working with him twice and have experienced his respectful attitude towards every single member of the crew, alongside his unique and hilarious sense of humor. I stand by Johnny because I have always seen and felt a true caring and loving man in him, an extraordinary and unique artist who has listened to anyone who needed his help. I not only love Johnny but respect him deeply, and I thank him for being the free and careless little boy he is in his art and the mature and loving man he is in the lives of others, always there when we need him. I love Johnny because he is a good human being, trapped in the lies and manipulations of toxic beings, and yet smiling and loving us all in spite of it. How? Through his music, through his acting, through his silence. This means a lot. Thank you, Johnny. Millions of others like me love you deeply." As you see, huge Hollywood A-listers didn't shy away from defending the Oscar-nominated actor Johnny Depp. And alongside with actors and actresses, famous comedian Doug Stanhope shared his experience with both Johnny and his ex-wife Amber Heard. In 2016, when the Hollywood divorce news was still pretty fresh, Doug released an article on The Wrap titled, "Johnny Depp is being blackmailed by Amber Heard, here's how I know." Guest column goes into detail about the couple's abusive dynamic. Doug explained, "Reed watched her manipulative and with him for years. My girlfriend Bingo and I have known Johnny Depp for a few years now. We have watched Amber Heard with him at his weakest. Bingo and I were at Johnny's house for most of that Saturday until just before the alleged assault. He opened up in the most vulnerable of ways that it was not only his mother, but that Amber was now going to leave him, threatening to lie about him publicly in any and every possible duplicitous way if he didn't agree to her terms. Blackmail is what I would imagine other people might put it, including the manner in which he is now being vilified. Johnny doesn't use anyone, and he told me that day ahead of time that she'd pull some kind of like this. Johnny Depp got used, manipulated, set up, and made to look like an a-hole. And he saw it coming and didn't or couldn't do anything to stop it." Not only did the comedians exposed gain massive traction online, but it also captivated the attention of fellow comedians and huge names in the entertainment industry. Soon after Doug Stanhope's article was published, comedian and podcast host Joe Rogan decided to chime in and make his point of view known. As Depp and Heard's divorce has been covered by most online publications, it wasn't a surprise to hear the candid host share his opinion. In his popular podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, the former TV presenter was quick to come to Johnny's defense, as the comedian trusts Stanhope and his word. Along with siding with Doug's statements in support, Joe also mentioned how Depp isn't an aggressive guy. But that's not all. Because Rogan also went on to explain how the general public is more inclined to pick the woman's side in a abusive relationship, even though their position may not be true. Rogan said, "Why is it that someone wants to pick a side? Is it like to show that you are a good person and you side with what the woman always says? Is that what it is? What's going on? Why do people pretend that some people aren't manipulative? We know that some people are manipulative, some people lie, some people set people up, some people blackmail. How come when it's a girl, we all of a sudden go, well, I can't think that way?" And just like that, along with other famous Hollywood stars, Joe Rogan publicly defended Johnny Depp and exposed Amber Heard and her manipulative ways. But what do you think? Do you believe Parodies writer Cruz and Bardem? When do you think this messy divorce will see an end? We would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below.